Oh, mother darling. Mother darling. Well, I think that we should do... I think that we should go out, mother darling. What do you think?
Where are we going to go out to?
Oh, mother darling. She doesn't... Mother darling doesn't think that I should be out. And I think we should go out. We should maybe dance. Because, I mean, I really do think that, you know, mother darling, this is not the best costume for me for today.
Oh, dear.
Mother darling.
Yeah, because she said they never supported her.
Mother darling. The air is so nice, mother darling. I think it's a beautiful day to dance, mother darling.
She was a beautiful dancer. She was always a beautiful
I
dancer.
always thought she was beautiful too. I was beautiful, mother darling.
She was beautiful. You could have had anybody.
I was always, mother darling. Everyone always wanted to be with me, but I didn't want to be with them. Because I always knew that I always knew that I was, well, I didn't want to leave you, you know.
Oh,
not at all.
you did what? You could have had anybody.
Because I
She could have
couldn't
had
leave
Daddy.
you. Not here in Great Garden.
Oh,
Not at
no.
all.
Oh, you could have had anybody. You always
I
would.
could
You
have.
could have had that nice Getty boy. He was beautiful. He loved
I
it. She didn't want it.
Do you think that I maybe I should have, mother darling? I couldn't. Well, I didn't. But you, well, if I'm honest, I did. I tried to leave. I did try to leave, but you looked at me like I was, you know, not from here. Like I was, if I left you, I would be like a bad, really bad person. Like a bad person. But I didn't want to be a bad person, mother darling. Because my hair was, you can't see, my hair was starting to fall out. And it was,
You had beautiful.
well,
You had beautiful hair.
I had beautiful hair when I was young, mother darling.
So
It started to fall out. But I kept on dancing. I always loved dancing. I was a good dancer. I always kept on dancing, mother darling. It was always my passion, you see. But mother darling was also a dancer, but she was a different kind of dancer. She was more of a, you know.
Back in those days, it was
But
real
I
dance.
was like this
It
kind
wasn't
of
that
like,
modern
well, I
dancing,
don't want
that
to.
was real dance.
Oh, mother darling, you know, well, it was different back then.
Oh, those were the classics.
You see,
You know
well,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
classic.
Well, I know. Well, that's what you told me, mother darling. It was the classics and it was different. Well, I think that you were always a really good singer.
Oh,
You always sang on the, whenever they would come over, mother darling, and they would play. It was like, I'm not like that kind of person that would tell you, but you were always the one that everybody paid more attention to you, mother darling. I was just always kind of, you know, sitting on the sidelines. Never
Not
really.
true. That's just not
Well,
true.
it was, I mean,
You could have had any of them.
I
You
don't-
could have had Getty.
well, I did actually have a couple of,
Shibuya.
I actually did have a couple of, you know, really suitable gentlemen callers.
Did she have
They-
the best of them?
They would never right off my alley. They
They
never.
were too fast.
Well, they
They were too
never.
fast.
Maybe, but I don't know. I think I was always just a little too shy. I always wanted to. Well, I always thought that you might, I always thought that you used to tell me that I wasn't really pretty and I didn't really have much going on. And I always thought that maybe you always knew that I wouldn't make anyone happy. So I should just stay here with you, Mother Darling.
Don't tell them that. Everybody's going to think it's the truth. It was never the truth.
Well, I would, Mother Darling, I don't want to lie to the cameras. I think it would be really, really not. I don't want to lie. I've always been in front of the camera, Mother Darling. Even when the camera wasn't on me, I used to dance in front of it. I always told the truth. Even when you were even when you were with patting all the cats and letting the house go and told me, remember, Mother Darling, when I met that one really man and he told me that I should stay home with you because he just wanted to, he was going to beat me.
Well, he didn't want anything good with you.
I know, Mother Darling. You told me that I was not his type. So I stayed home and I just kind of tended to the cats. All of your cats, Mother Darling. I didn't want to leave Great Garden. I would never, Mother Darling. But sometimes it really wasn't the best costume for the day. I thought. But I don't know. I mean, your mother. I'm just little Edie. I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything, Mother Darling.
You could have had any of them. He chose not to.
I mean, I could never be with that kind of man. He doesn't want somebody. Mother Darling, you told me they don't want somebody whose hair is falling out, and my hair keeps coming, Mother Darling. I have to wear this wrap, and it's the only thing that I've got. I don't have hair like you, Mother Darling, or you're blonde. My hair is really thin. You know.
She got the bad hair from the
I don't have to tell you, Mother Darling. You know.
I could have danced, baby. You know I could have danced.
Oh, you were always a good dancer. Always. I always wanted to dance like you, Mother.
They were falling at her feet. They were all falling at her feet.
Oh.
She didn't want it. You didn't want it.
Oh. I mean, maybe I didn't want it. Maybe you were right. Maybe I should just stay home with. I knew that staying with you was probably the best choice of my day. With you and the cats, and Tabby, and staying in this Great Gardens. Because I always knew Great Gardens was my home. The only place that I ever lived. I never ever lived anywhere else besides Great Gardens, Mother Darling.
It was the best place for who would ever want to live here. You didn't know where I got a black.
That's what you always told me. And I always knew, the Beales were better than the bday. They always had we always had a little bit more to say. A little bit more going on. They were always a little highfalutin. They always thought that they were a little bit better than us, Mother Darling.
Jackie was a lovely girl, a lovely girl.
I know. But Jackie never really liked me. She used to pull my hair. Sometimes She pulled all my hair out. I think it was Jackie that made me lose my hair, mother darling. I honestly think it was, I think that Jackie was jealous. I think that it was her that actually made me feel this way.
You were more really with Jackie.
I know. I think that Jackie.
They laughed.
I never got it. She was always a little, you know, mother darling. But it's okay. It's okay. I know. I'm just as good as Jackie. I know. But, you know, the Beales were always a little bit more. Oh. Is that even recording? Oh my god. Wait. That is recorded.